Do you often find yourself longing for the N64 era of platformers like Mario 64, Banjo-Kazooie, and hell, even that little guy Glover? In recent years, we've had some pretty cool games inspired from that era like Yooka-Laylee, Cavern of Dreams, and Yellow Taxi Goes Vroom. So allow me to introduce you to Low Poly, a brand new N64 inspired platformer developed and released by Brandon Simpson on the 8th of February 2025. And this is Polly, our low polygon froggy friend, and your objective is to help Polly get their drink back, which has been so rudely stolen from them. Low Poly released exclusively for PC, for free might I add, through itch.io. It's a low poly 3D platformer that takes place on a surprisingly well designed swamp or forest map. Polly has a few different methods of traversal. He very slowly hops about when you tilt the analog stick in the direction you want to go, and then if you want to reach higher platforms, Polly can blow bubbles. You can ride on top of these bubbles to reach higher platforms, but don't stay on them for too long because the bubble can burst. Polly can also use his very long tongue to extend and use it as a grappling hook or swinging device, which certainly looks interesting when you do it. The overall objective is to climb up through the 3 separate areas and at the end retrieve your soda. Basically, you're just a little guy going on a little adventure, which is really what the heart of all these old school platformers was about. Now, so far so good, right? Now, Low Poly is essentially the Dark Souls... Were you about to say this is the Dark Souls of platformers? Come on man, that's so overused. Low Poly is hard. It's very hard. Please don't hurt me. Yeah, so Low Poly is designed in such a way that it ends up feeling like the getting over it of 3D N64 platformers. Poly's hops are so clunky that you will find yourself accidentally falling from numerous different heights throughout the game, and there's even a commentator that will give you sarcastic little remarks and jokes when you fall off. It's a game that perfectly blends that frustration and humour from these kind of games like Getting Over It with the 3D platformers of old. However, don't let that put you off, because that difficulty does not make this a bad game at all. This game is still a lot of fun, and a lot of that fun is the challenge and the pride you feel when you reach just a little bit further, to then fall and get frustrated all over again. The commentator is pretty funny, with some good lines such as,
"Well, I could keep giving you pep talks all day, but maybe if I try a different approach, it might put some spring in your step, or give you the proper nudge to hop off this game and go live your life."
And also, this game is helped by having a really good soundtrack. I am also a huge fan of the very simple design of Polly himself. You can customize Polly throughout the game, as there are many hats hidden throughout your adventure that you can find. I mean, just look at this distinguished gentleman. The map itself looks charming as well. The game features 3 distinct levels: the swamp, the sewers, and the city, with a lot of attention to detail in the design. The platforming, whilst very hard in places, is never challenging to the point where it feels like the game is just being unfair, which really helps make this game a really good time. And once you get the hang of the controls, this won't take you too long to beat either. The game, although a free little indie game, does have some replay value as well, because as I said, there are quite a lot of secret hats hidden throughout the world. So if you beat the game on your first playthrough, you can go through again and make sure you find every hidden detail. Overall, Low Poly is a really fun time. Yes, it is frustrating at times, but the nostalgia and fun that I experienced whilst playing this definitely trumps any rage I might have had whilst playing. If you guys want to check this game out for yourselves, I have put the link in the description down below. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and if you haven't already, subscribe and tap the bell for notifications of my future uploads. And as always, I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.
Thank you.